गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पत नशृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम्। ॐ श्री महागणपतये नमः। शारदा शारदाम्बुज वदना वदनाम्बुजे सर्वदा सर्वदास्माकं सन्निधिं सन्निधिं कुर्यात्। सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषम् पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातं तपोनिधिं। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। अचतुर्वदनो ब्रह्मा द्विबाहुरपरो हरिः अभाललोचनशम्भुः भगवान् बादरायणः भगवान् बादरायणः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। प्लीज रिपीट आफ्टर। अथा तो ब्रह्म जिज्ञासा जन्माद्यस्य यतः शास्त्रयोनित्वात्। Let us read the Bhashya. महता ऋग्वेदादेहे शास्त्रस्य अनेक विद्यास्थान उपब्रह्मितस्य प्रदीपवत् सर्वार्थ अवद्योतिनः सर्वज्ञकल्पस्य योनिः कारणं ब्रह्म नहि ईदृशस्य शास्त्रस्य ऋग्वेदादिलक्षणस्य सर्वज्ञगुणान्वितस्य सर्वज्ञातन्यतः संभवो अस्ति यत् यत् विस्तारार्थं शास्त्रम् यस्मात् पुरुष विशेषात् संभवति। यथा व्याकरणादि पाणिन्यादेहे ज्ञेयैकदेशार्थमपि स ततोऽप्यधिकतरविज्ञान इति प्रसिद्धं लोके किमु वक्तव्यम् अनेक शाखा भेद भिन्नस्य देव तिर्यं मनुष्य वर्णाश्रमादि प्रविभाग हेतोः ऋग्वेदाद्याख्यस्य सर्वज्ञानाकरस्य अप्रयत्नेनैव लीलान्यायेन पुरुषनिश्वासवत् यस्मात् महतः भूताद्योनेः संभवः अस्य महतो भूतस्य निश्वसितम् यत् ऋग्वेदः इत्यादि श्रुतेः तस्य महतो भूतस्य निरतिशयं सर्वज्ञत्वं सर्वशक्तिमत्वं चेति अथवा यथोक्तं ऋग्वेदादिशास्त्रं योनिः कारणं प्रमाणमस्य ब्रह्मणो यथावत् स्वरूप अधिगमे शास्त्रादेव प्रमाणात् जगतो जन्मादि कारणं ब्रह्माधिगम्यते इत्यभिप्रायः। शास्त्रम् उदाहृतं पूर्वसूत्रे यतो वा इमानि भूतानि जायन्ते इत्यादि किमर्थं तर्हि इदं सूत्रं यावता पूर्वसूत्रे एवं जातीयकं शास्त्रमुदाहरता शास्त्रयोनित्वं ब्रह्मणो दर्शितम् उच्यते। तत्र पूर्वसूत्राक्षरेण स्पष्टं शास्त्रस्य अनुपादानात् जन्मादि केवलम् अनुमानम् उपन्यस्तम् इत्याशङ्केत तामाशङ्कां निवर्तयितुमिदं सूत्रं प्रववृते। शास्त्रयोनित्वात् इति we had been seeing the third sutra, which was called Shastrayonitvat, and in this sutra called Shastrayonitvat, we had seen that this is the sutra which tells about the Ved Karta is Brahman. So, Ved, because Vedas are Sarvagya, therefore the Karta of the Ved also is Sarvagya. So, I had said there are two interpretations to this. We were seeing the first interpretation. Although indirectly in the second sutra, because Jagat Karana was mentioned to the Vedas, therefore anything which is the maker of something is the knower of that. And because Jagat is Sarvagya, Sarva, therefore maker of the Jagat will be Sarvagya. This point was mentioned in the last of our class, which was mentioned. Now, we had seen the general meaning, we had seen the word meaning also. We were seeing Shastra Yoni. So we were seeing Shastra means Shasana and Shamsana Shastram. So, and Yoni here means Karanam. Yoni means, direct meaning is there, Karanam. So, Shastrasya Karanam. So, here Karanam means Nimitta Karanam. That which is the Karta or the Yoni of the Shastra. So, we had seen, so what are the meaning of Shastram? In the Purva Mimamsa it is commandment and Uttar Mimamsa is revelation. So Shastra has two meanings. One is commandment, Vidhi Nishedh, what is do's, what is don'ts, and second part is the revealing portion, which expresses the nature of the Brahman. So this we had been seeing. Now let us conclude this sutra. So there are 5 factors in the Adhikarana. So one is called Vishaya, other is called Samshaya, third is called Purupaksh, fourth is called Siddhant Paksh, and fifth is called Sangati. So here what is the Vishaya? So here Vishaya is Brahman is the subject matter. Okay, then what is the Samshaya here? Is Brahman the author of Vedas or not? Brahma Vedasya Karta va na. Brahma Vedasya Karta va na. Va na va. Brahma Vedasya Karta va na va. Is the Brahman doer of the Vedas or not? So this is the Samshaya. So what is the doubt? I already told. What is the Purupaksh? Purupaksh has to say something different. So he said, Na Vedasya Karta Brahman. Brahman is not the Karta of the Vedas. And what reason he gave? Vedasya Ananitvat. Because Vedas are beginningless. Nityatvat. They are eternal. Anything which is made is always made at a certain time. So this way the Paurushe Bhang Prasang will be there. Apaurushe Bhang. So you are already saying that Vedas are Paurushe. Purupaksh says, I already told this point, that if the Vedas will be made in time, then the problem will be very serious. That means before that there was moksha marg existing. Gyan marg was not existing. Karma marg was not existing. and Bhakti Marg was not existing. So there should be no Guru. What is there to teach? What is there to teach if the Vedas are not there? No Guru will be there. No Karma Kand will be there. No do's and don'ts will be there. No rules will be there. Therefore you cannot say Swarg and Narak will be there. Therefore, no fruit should also be there, because you are not defining what is good action and what is bad action. And then why somebody gets the body of animal, why somebody gets the body of human being? All these things are not told properly. Therefore, it is illogical not to have the Vedas. And a rough thing you can see, a rough aspect. Supposing the society did not have any Vedas, the society will be like animal. It will be animalistic society, instinctive society. There will be no teaching, there will be no, there is no sensitivity, there is no chastity, there is no purity. You can loot, you can plunder, whatever is coming in your mind, that you will do now, like the animal does. Rather, more than animal mind, human mind is very dangerous. Because animal you can predict and save yourself. With animal, you know that this is a tiger, I think we should keep a distance. This is a snake, we should keep a distance. You can predict about the animal, that this is his style, and you can save. But human being is dangerous, because it can pretend to be very good, but inside it can have most malicious intentions of killing also, looting also. And because this whole Europe, I have no hesitation in saying, whole Europe, whole Middle East, even parts of Australia, New Zealand, many portions. China I am living, because China was, Zens were there, Confucius were there. There was little control. This whole belt, even America also, Brazil, Argentina. Before Christ, what was the religion there? What they followed? Which book they followed? Which spiritual person was there? Answer is nobody was there. And therefore, if you go and see their history, there were a lot of plundering, looting, killing, massacres. Who will explain them? There is no rules. Marriage institution is not there. Forget about brahmacharya, sannyas, etc. The church came much later on. The church and the organized religion came much later on. Before that, what was there? Attacks were there. A very fearful society was there. You are living where you don't know what next is there. Women and children are the worst victim of everything. So they can be easily persecuted. Weaker section can be easily persecuted. So you are living in a society which is a shrewd kind of human being, and therefore you know that tendency was there. But it is not that where Vedas were ruling at a time. The Vedas were at the time of Bhagwan Ram also, in the Treta Yuga also, in the Dwapar also, Satyuga also. Okay. So that is a big difference. And therefore, what Purva Paksh said that vedasya karta na bhavati bhavitum arhati anaditvat. Which is right. How can you say that Vedas are made by Brahman or made by Ishwar? Siddhant Paksh gave the answer, I gave the answer. All those Vedas are Anadi. When we talk about beginning of Vedas, it is in the state of manifestation. Manifestation is called the Aditvam. So, Vyaktam ev Aditvam. When I am saying Vyakt, beginning of the Vedas, it only means that Ishwar had all the Vedas in his mind and he only expressed that mind. So whole Veda in unmanifest form. So Avyakta Shabda, this Avyak word is lying in the Akash, and then Om came, from Om Gayatri came, from Gayatri Vedas came. So Brahman, author, this Veda is not an intellectual creation, but it is a manifestation. It is not a creation by thought, that I think and write something. And therefore you must be knowing what is the difference between many things are manifested. Like I am thinking, I am talking, so this also is manifestation. So everything is manifestation. There is no creation. If animal is there born, animal is also manifestation from Brahmaji. Fruits of action are also manifestation. First thing, Vedas are Shabd-Roop. Dhvanyatmak. Shabd Dhvanyatmak. So 2-3 points about Vedas are: what is the uniqueness of Veda? What is manifestation? We will tell. In Vedas, what is it called? Anupurvi. First and later. Second, Uddat and Anuddat is there. Third, no, that is covered there. So you cannot change the sequence. You cannot add and you cannot subtract. These are three things. In the Vedas, there is Anupurvi. Anupurvi means what? When the Vedas manifested, they have the same mantras in the same order. Rather, when we think, any mantra, any topic can come at any time. But when the Vedas are manifested, they have the manifestation that this is the first, this is the second. There are mandals in Rig Vedas. Mandals are there. So there is a particular, only this is first, this is second, this is third. It is coming in the chronological order. And second is there is Uddat and Anuddat. When we think, there is no Uddat and Anuddat in our thinking. Om Sahasra Shirsha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapa Sabhumim Vishvato Vritva, like that. Atyatishtat Tashangulam Purusha Evedagam Sarvam Yad Bhutam Yacha Bhavyam, like that. Nobody created this Uddat and Uddat. That he had a mood, he was in a musical mood. Therefore he created Uddat. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Mavidvishavahai. This is not. Then how Shanti will go? Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. This is called Uddat and Uddat. And how Purnamada is there? Most of you all don't pronounce Purnamada. Om Purnamada Purnamidam. Don't say Purnaat. I don't know where from this has come. Maximum people chant like that. Purnaat. It is not there. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Now Shanti is different here. All other Shanti is Om Shanti. On the Sha, Anudat is not there. In Purnamada, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. It is not Shanti. It is Shanti. On the Sha, there is Anudat. On Sha and last the, there is a Anudat. Difference, you can see that. This is the Vedic specialization. What is the speciality about Hindu? There was no Acharya who wrote Vedas. It is not Acharya Mulak. There was not a time when Veda was not there. There was a time when Bible was not there. There was a time when then Avesta was not there. There was a time when Quran was not there. But there was not a time when Vedas were not there. Practitioner of Vedas may be less or more. But any karma kand, anything, Bhagwan Ram's birth was thousands of years back before Krishna Janma. Bhagwan Krishna is 5,000-6,000. So that time also Vedas were there. You read in Bhagavad, Swasti Vachan was done by the Brahmanas. Rather, Brahmaji goes to the Kshir Sagar and propitiates Lord Vishnu. You know by what? Purush Sukt. Purush Sukt he chants. So these are Anadi, beginningless. Know the speciality of that. Know the speciality. What is the speciality of Hindu Dharma? First is the Vedas are there. It is Veda. And Vedas are Apaurushaya, Anadi Anant. Many, but especially, I am not going to tell, it is not my topic. Varnashram Vyavastha is in no other Vyavastha. Varnashram. We are forgetting, that is another problem. There is no religion which propounds about Nirgun Nirakar Brahman. Anantata. They talk about Ishwar, which is Nimitta Karan. Bauddha don't talk about that Ishwar also. So this Anantata of Brahman which is there. No religion talk about world as false. Because Brahman alone is there, how will you talk about that? As far as ethics are concerned, there may be some common points in the ethics. Like they may have 10 commandments are there. But the speciality you can understand what is the speciality. Many more things are there. I will talk about that later on. So here Avyaktam Eva Srishti. So Brahma authored the Vedas. Here Brahma is Ishwar. Not in the form of intellectual creation, but in the form of manifestation. So this is the answer to the Purpaksh. This is the answer to that. He said that Vedas cannot be made by Ishwar or Brahman. I hope this is clear. Now what is the Sangati? What is the connection? So this is again a Akshep Sangati. Akshep Sangati means he raises a question. Previous sutra and this sutra, what question was raised? You said Brahman is Sarva Karan. Well, yes, I said. Well, but I can accept that Brahman is Karan of world, but not Karan of Veda. This is the Akshep Sangat. That Purpaksh said, last sutra, he accepted that Brahman is Sarva Karanam. But in Sarv Vedas don't come. So I can't accept that Brahman is also the Karanam of the Vedas. So Brahman is not, and therefore Brahman is not Sarva Karanam. Because Vedas are excluded, and Vedas are very big thing. Vedas are very, very important. Rather, our religion is called Vedic religion only. Up here they discriminated Sanatani and Vedic. So that is a wrong way to put it. So those who follow Arya Samaj, they are called Vedic. And those who do not follow Arya Samaj, they are called Sanatana. So that is not the right discrimination. So here Sanatana and Vedas are both are same. So Vedic religion is there. In no religion avatar takes place. Though nobody accepts that there is avatar. The form of God is not there. Bhagwan cannot take avatar. Okay? It is a blasphemy to put a form to the God. You can't. Therefore, in Saudi Arabia, they don't allow murtis, etc. If they check in your bag and any murti comes in front of you, they will either throw it or keep it away. Maldives, somebody went. So he had to keep all his pujasam and murtis in the airport. Later on, they gave it. I think he contacted the officer. He's IAS officer. So he went to Maldives. He had high contacts. He contacted the foreign office and all this so that his murti can pass. They didn't allow. Imagine how much insecurity is there. This is also one Visheshta means speciality of our dharma. Anyway, so previous sutra and this sutra, this is the Sangati, I hope in this. So here, in this sutra, Brahma Vedasya api karanam bhavati. In the previous sutra, Brahma Jagata karanam. Kevalam. But here Vedasya api karanam. And therefore Brahman is Sarvagya. That means he is the knower of Vedas also and knower of the world also. In other words, omniscience has been more reinforced through this sutra. Okay, so this is the summarizing. If I want to show you, let me show you how the Sangati is made. This is there. See, Shastrayonitvat, page 255 you open. This is called Vaiyasik Nyayamala. So, na karturu brahma vedasya. See, here he is saying. This is the samshay. Na kartru brahma vedasya kim va kartru na kartru tat. This is the samshay has been raised. Virupa nityas vachaiti evam nityatva kirtanat. So, Virup Nitya. So, it is said here, Kartru Nishvasitadi Uktehe. This is the Siddhanti. Siddhanti has been. So, first is the Samshay. So, na Kartru Brahma Vedasya Kimva Kartru na Kartruva. This is the Samshay. What is Purupaksh? Virup Nitya. The Nityata of the Vedas will be refuted if you make Kartrut. Vachaiti evam Nityatva Kirtanat. And everywhere the Nityata of the Vedas is mentioned. Then second line is a Siddhant Paksh. Kartru Nishvasitadi Uktehe. Well, it is said in Brihadaranyaka 2 point what we heard, that the Brahman is the Karta. Kartru Nishvasit Adi. Nishvasit means the Shwas. Like the Shwas starts, similarly, the Vedas also started. Nityatva Purva Samyatah. But here Nityatva is not Badit. Purva Samyata means from the Purva Kalp this is going on. So Nityata is not Vad, not Virup Nityata. First line says Virup Nityata. You are disfiguring the Nityata. Virup means you are negating the eternity of the Vedas. And the answer has been given Nityatvam Purva Samyata. Fifth case is Samyata. Samyata means because of the Purva Kalp it is being continued. And therefore he says Sarva Avabhasa Avabhasi Vedasya. And therefore Sarva Avabhasi, that means Vedas are the illuminator of all. Kartrutvat Sarvavid Bhavet. And therefore the doer of the Vedas, manifester of the Vedas, anybody who manifests something, he knows that. Supposing I manifest the world, so I am knowing what I am talking. So manifestation is not possible unless there is somebody to manifest. And the manifester will be knowing what he is manifest. A carpenter will manifest his skills when he is working. He must be knowing the knowledge. Therefore, if somebody is manifesting the Vedas, Sarva Avabhasa, Sarva Bhasi Vedasya, Sarva Avabhasi Vedasya, Kartrutvat Sarvavid Bhavet. Kartrutvat Sarvavid Bhavet. Therefore, he is the knower of all. Okay, 2 lines we will see later on. So, these first 2 lines are first interpretation. If you remember, I had said this sutra, Bhagavan Bhashyakar gives 2 interpretations. So, this is the first interpretation. And this goes up till Cheti, 56th page you see. Cheti word is there. And Athva, from Athva, he goes to another interpretation. Athva word you see. Athva yathoktam Rigvedadi shastram yoni karanam. Now, let me go to the second interpretation. First, you totally keep it aside. Don't mix it. Totally new meaning is there. So, what is the new meaning? We showed that the Jagat Karanam Brahma is Sarvagya. Well, yes, we showed that. So, Brahma Sarvagya means what? Sarva Shastra Kartrutvat. Because it is the doer of Shastra, therefore it is omniscient. So, omniscience of the Brahman is reinforced. Omniscience of the Brahman is reinforced by making it also the doer of the Vedas, whereas in the second sutra he was the doer of the world. It was Jagat Karanam, but here he became the Shastra Karanam. And therefore, why you are saying Sarvagya? Because Shastra deals with all the topics. Shastra is Sarva Avabhasak Shastram. Vedas are illuminating all. Nothing can escape under the sun which is not in the Vedas. And therefore, Vedas themselves are called Sarvagya. Sarvartha Avabhasak. Bhashkar had written that line. Now, this was the first meaning. Keep all these meaning in your mind. I am going very slowly, systematically. Now, in the second interpretation, how will you go for second interpretation? Now, let us see the second interpretation. So, previous sutra, Jagat Karana. So, that is called Brahma Lakshan Sutra. Second sutra. Okay. Now, you have heard that some people has misunderstanding, especially the Nayayik. Nayayik said, I am repeating, I had taken lot of time in explaining, that second sutra is not only the Lakshan Sutra, but also the Praman Sutra. Well, what Praman you made it out? I am making the Praman called Anuman Praman. If the Jagat is the Karya, then Karan is the Brahman. So he used the Anuman Praman to prove that there is a Brahman or a Ishwar. And on this point, Veda Vyas Bhagavan had little problem. He does not want to say that Brahman is known by the Anuman. This was what bone of contention. So does not want that Anuman should be used as a Praman for Brahman. Believe why? Because Brahman, we had seen there were 3 doshas were there in the Anuman. If you remember, there were Anuman Praman had dosh. He said there is a karya and therefore there has to be karta. Jagat karyam ata yad yad karyam tat tat sakartrikam. That was the first Anuman. And we saw the fault of the Vyapti was there. Second Anuman he did, that the Karta will be the Karta of the Jeev and Jagat, and Jeev cannot make, therefore Karta will be Jeev Bhinnam. And third Anuman he said, because he has made the Jagat, therefore Jagat will be Sarvagya. The Ishwar will be Sarvagya. There were 3 Anuman were used. Please, you can see your copies. Definitely make the notes for Brahma Sutra. It is not written in this manner. The manner in which this is being told, if you read Brahma Sutra Bhashya, I don't think so you will understand it easily. It is not a simple, easy Bhashya. The difficult Bhashya of Bhagwan Bhashyakar is Brahma Sutra only. Upanishad and Gita is still easier because he elaborates and he takes lot of other schools of philosophy. So 3 things were told. And then how was that refuted? If you remember, it was said Vyapti Gyan should be there. Only yes. And for Vyapti also there was Swabhavik Vyapti and Kritrim Vyapti. Only whatever is, supposing I see the hall, there is a Karta. Supposing I see a table, there is a Karta. Vyapti means somebody you have seen or somebody else has seen. I didn't see who was making the hall, but somebody else had seen that. But nobody saw the sun being made. Nobody saw the moon being made. Nobody saw the earth being made. Only I saw the earth being made. Acha, where were you sitting? Well, in my room. Okay. So, nobody has seen that the earth was made. And therefore, that is called Vyabhichari Vyapti. That is called Vyapti is Badhit Vyapti. There is no Vyapti proper. Vyapti was not there. And then it was said that Jeev Bhinnam Ishwaram Asti. There is one Ishwar which is different than the Jeev. To this it was said, if any conscious being is there, it can be Jeev only. We have never seen any conscious being which is different than Jeev. So this is not at all seen. So therefore Vyapti itself is not there. And third was said that Ishwar, you are saying Ishwar is Sarvagya. I have objection. Ishwar cannot be Sarvagya because you say Ishwar does not have body. And secondly, you said every knowledge takes place only by mind. When Ishwar does not have mind and all knowledge takes place by mind, then how can Ishwar be Sarvagya? This is the 3 points which was refuted, and therefore Anuman by logic Ishwar cannot be proved. And there is where Veda Vyasa has problem with Nyaya. So, to this he said, please don't try to prove Ishwar by Tark. Tark means logic, because your logic is based only on Pratyaksh Praman. And therefore Upanishad says, Naisha Tarkena Matirapneya. Kathopanishad says, Naisha Tarkena Matirapneya. So by logic this cannot, we have lot of, I don't know, this is the unfortunate part. We have lot of sense of importance on logic without scriptures. Everybody says logically prove that. As if the logic is based on Pratyaksh Praman. Anuman Pramanas, Anuman is the son of Pratyaksh Praman. Anuman is the son of Pratyaksh Praman. Therefore don't over glorify science. Glorify it, it has its own place. Don't give the place which it does not deserve. I'll tell you. Because of this insistence on Pratyaksh Praman, science could not tell about mind. They could not tell about consciousness. They could not tell about Janman Maran, birth and death. They could not tell about past birth. These topics are untouched. Forget about. They could not tell about Sukh Dukh. They could not tell about three gunas. What they say, energy and matter, is only tamogun energy is there. They could not tell about God. What is the form of God? God particle had come few years back. They made particle. Particle will always be in Desh and Kal. They could not tell about why there is somebody is very rich, why somebody is poor. They could not give the complete logic why the world was created, how world was created. They could not tell about Srishti and Pralay. There are very serious topics which science has not touched and cannot touch. Because the means of knowledge that they are taking is only Anuman Praman. And their Anuman is also not Nyayavan. Their Anuman is based on the sheer Pratyaksh Praman. So when you start using that Praman which is not operatable there, you try to smell through your tongue, you will not get the right knowledge. For every knowledge there is a fixed Praman only. Wrong Praman cannot give you the right knowledge. You will have ambiguity. You see and you try to figure out, I think this dish is a sweet dish. Sometimes it happens. And that was not a sweet dish. Because eyes is not the Praman for taste. You will always have doubts and speculations. Sometimes you are not aware and you lift something. It is hot. You are not. Because you cannot see the heat by the eyes. You didn't know that the vessel was very hot. It was just kept there. Somebody kept it after burning or after making it. It is kept there. You came just after 2 minutes. You wanted to use. You just lifted and you got burned. Because your eyes did not tell that this was hot. Sometimes they give the soup or tea and this is very hot. Because the one who has made, he knows it is very hot. They think I should not just gulp it. I'll get burnt. So don't use the wrong Praman for something there. This is where Bhagavan Vedavyasa has serious problem and objection. So Naisha Tarkena Matira Paneya. Initially when they used to say no, this cannot be known by, my mind used to say, why it cannot be known by logic? Logic is so important. The science student was there all the time, science was on my head. So he wants to negate this idea. And please note, I am not negating the logic. I am negating the entrance of using the logic as a Praman to know the Brahman as the Jagat Karan. This is the second sutra I had discussed that. And there, but what is the proof of Brahman? He said Shastram. Shastram, it is trans logic. It is not logic, it is trans logic. Please note, trans logic but can be experienced. It can be experienced. So he is saying, please get my point, Shastra alone is the Praman for Brahman and not the Anuman. If you remember, the definition of Praman is asandigdham, abaditam. Third, anadigatam. Don't forget these three words. Praman Vyapara. Asandigdham, abaditam, anadigatam. Anadigatam means not known by another Praman. A thing cannot be known by another Praman. You don't have two Praman for same thing. If eyes are telling something, all other are not the Praman. Eyes are the Praman for form. Ears are not the Praman for form. If somebody is blind, he will always have guess. He will feel, I think he will use his stick to find out, I think there is a stone in front of me. Even if he finds there is a stone, he cannot find out Is it white? Is it blue? How big it is? Who kept it? Because he is using the Sparsh Praman to find out. So Sparsh only said, yes, there is something. But about it, there will be always a speculation. So one Praman does not have entry. For one thing, two Praman cannot be there. This is the point here. You can't say it is Anuman Praman is also there and the Shastra Praman is also there. And already we proved it in the last sutra that Anuman Praman cannot be the Praman that is not able to prove the Ishwar. Although we use it for layman. Because if you say to the layman, the scripture says, he said, what is the scripture? You are talking about some cock and bull stories there. Unnecessarily you believe the Vedas and all this. I don't believe in all this. He will say that. So there you will use the Anuman Pramana of the Nyaya to convince the very ordinary person. But when you go higher, that Anuman is not, it is all Badit. You cannot prove it. You cannot prove it. The Buddhi itself is the product of the Maya. How can it prove? That Buddhi, how can it prove its own cause? How can it prove Maya? You are trying to prove Maya. You are trying to prove Maya. This Jagat is Maya. That Ishwar, one who has made the Jagat, is also with Maya. You are trying to prove the cause with the effect. What has come after Buddhi can be proved. But Buddhi cannot prove that. Whose effect it is. Moment the effect goes into the cause, effect merges. Effect is not able to prove. And therefore, in this particular sutra, Bhagavan Veda Vyasa, please get this point. This is interpretation number 2. Shastra is Praman for Brahman and not Anuman is a Praman for Brahman. So Brahman cannot be known through Anuman. It can be known only by Shastra. It can be known only by Shastra. I hope you are understanding this. Heavy logic is used. Therefore, Vedanta needs little intelligence. But please note, logic is not used to prove Brahman. Logic is used to disprove wrong logic. Number 2, logic is used to substantiate what the Vedas are saying. Because in our mind, wrong logics are sitting. Our mind is full of wrong logics. I give you the example also. Wrong vyaptis are there. Yadrishyanta satyam. Whatever is seen is true. Here logic. Whatever is seen is true. Imagine that. This is our vyapti. Or whatever is seen, there is joy in the world. Wow. There is lot of joy in the world. Girl has joy, boy has joy, fame has joy. Achha, marriage has joy, children has joy. Oh, eatables have joy. Oh. Achha. Clapping has joy, mamta has joy, attachment has joy, ahankar has joy. Wow. If I become a big person tomorrow, popular, I'll be very happy. Oh. If I get married, I'll be very happy. I will have one wife, one husband, child, small family I want. Small house I'll have. Achha. I'm seeing where is the house I get. 3-bedroom house I need. I'll get on loan. No bank is giving me, but still I'm trying a lot. APSA Bank I'm going, Standard Bank, American Bank, all bank I'm trying, definitely I'll get it. Why? I want to marry that girl. Oh, I will live together. I like Bollywood, These are wrong logics. Attachment has joy. This is our logic. Don't think without logic we are working. Our conviction is that therefore we are going out and work. Well, where is sannyasa set? These are all dry things you are. Sannyasa shushka evi. Bhagavad, that, Dhundukari was there. Atmadev was his father. So he didn't have any child. So he went out crying, hitting his head. So we have a logic that there is a joy in desire. When that sannyasi told him, see, better if you don't have child, keep quiet, good you don't have child. God has automatically taken the attachment from one area. Take to sannyasi. He got angry. He said, sannyasa shushkevi. It's so dry place. No joy of eating good food, no husband, no wife. How will I have family photograph is not there. I can't go out. I can't only one clothes every day. At least the grihasthas are, they have Monday, Saturday. They think like that. Yesterday I put it, why should I put the same color today? What others will say? Jewelry is there. Ling is there. ये क्या है? अब व्याप्ति is there. There is a lot of joy in the world. To refute that joy, I will use a stronger logic to remove the wrong logic. Well, if food has joy, then why if that is the nature of the food, we should have joy every time. Tell me anybody who is attached and is very happy. This is the things which is said. Therefore, people are afraid of satsang. Sometimes because they can't face the truth. They say he is taking away my joy. So imaginary joy already is going away. I am not taking away your joy. I am warning you that you are going to get sorrow. And I am telling you where is the right joy. I am just indicating that place where the right joy is there. I am not snatching your husband, wife, children. I am just telling not to be dependent on them. Not to just indulge with them. We are just trying to show what is the reality. So Vedas are like the eyes. So in Bhagavad it is said saints are like the eyes. Santo dishanti chakshumshi bahir ark iv uttita. Like the sun rises and you start seeing everything, road, garden, what is it called, river. Similarly, saints are just telling what it is. If you remember, I was telling one day that we are all drunk. I was differentiating between Bhagwan Ram's crying and our crying. So he is acting as a drunkard. So very next second he is back. The actor is over now. Don't think that wine, he is not a real wine. In the film which you see the wine, most of it is not real wine. It is a colored water. Because he has another set he has to do. And some don't take wine. But the show you have to show the wine is there. So next moment he is fine. He has another shot he has to take. All are waiting. The director is there. Producer is. So Bhagwan cries and next moment he is very happy. He cried, then he went to Shabri and he gave knowledge of Navda Bhakti to Shabri. First he cried sufficiently. Then in front of Shabri he is giving Navda Bhakti. Dekho, how much knowledge he has. How can a person who is crying, he has the knowledge of. And then he is asking Shabri that you have done tapasya. Your mind is sukh. That means still he is knowing what has to be there. All his senses are quite wide awake. Otherwise, one who is already drowned in, how can he talk in senses? Wrong logic? Yes, we will use very strong logics to burst this wrong castle of sense of joy, importance. He is mine, he is not mine. I am important. I have done so much. I'm very important, I'm very popular everywhere. I speak very well, I sing very well. All these kind of foolishness that has clouded our mind. I work a lot for the ashram. All these kinds of delusions that are there. The scriptures are using logic to burst all these false things. I hope you understand. Logic is not used to prove Brahman. Rather, logic is used to substantiate what the scriptures are saying. It is anugami, it is not the main one. Logic is not the praman for Brahman. This is the intention of the second interpretation of the third sutras. And therefore, shastriyonitvat. Here the meaning is not that it is the Karana of the Vedas. Then, what is the meaning here? It is Shastra Vishayatvat. It is the Pramana for the Vedas. Vedas are the Pramana of the Brahman. Please get this point. I am repeating it. Here it is not that it is a Shastrasya Karanam or Vedasya Karanam. This was the first meaning. Here second meaning. I will show you all Bhashyakar has said from the Atva word. Shastra Vishayatvat. That means Brahman is subject matter of Vedanta alone. Vedanta alone is the Praman for Brahman. It is not the subject matter of logic. It is trans-logic. It is beyond logic. So, what is the Anuman format? Brahmana Anuman Vishayaha. Why? Shastra Vishayatvat. There cannot be two subject matter of the same subject. Two things cannot be the praman for same. This is the point here. Two praman cannot be for one object. If two praman will be for one object, so what will be the problem? What will be the problem? It will be having ambiguity. It will not be proved completely by one. So you cannot say, in the absence, then that is not the praman, then this is not the praman. So Brahman, so how will you say? Na anuman vishayaha shastra vishayatvat dharmavat. Like dharma is not proved by logic, dharma is proved by shastra only. Topic of dharma and upasana is not through logic. There is no logic why Bilpatra should be offered to Lord Shiva. There is no logic why Tulsi is offered to Lord Vishnu. There is no logic. We can tell some story, but that is not the real story. Because the story has a start. I can tell some story. Why Shivratri is celebrated? I can tell some story. That there was a hunter. He was sitting on a tree. And it was a Shivratri night. And it so happened he was very, something happened. So he plucked the tree, plucked the leaves of the tree. And whole night what to do? He was dropping. So underneath was a shivling. So that Bilpatra started falling on the shivling. Shivji got happy. And therefore that was a Shivratri night. So from that day, Shivratri we can say. But my question is, before that hunter also Shivratri was celebrated. In Bhagavad it is said gopis were celebrating Shivratri. You can tell some story. But that was not the starting point of Shivratri. Yes, it happened Shivratri night and hunter was there. Maybe Shivratri Mahima he can glorify more. Something was little not very well known. After that it became more well known. I can accept that aspect. But why? You don't put this question. Why I should go to Swarg? Don't put this question. Okay, so dharmavat. So Brahma na anuman vishaya. Shastra vishaya. Vishaya means praman. Shastra vishayatvat. Dharmavat. This is the Vyapti. So Brahman is not the subject matter or Praman of the logic, because it is already the subject matter or the Praman. It is already known by the Shastra. How? Like Punya, Pap, etc. I hope this point is clear. And Punya, Pap are all Adrisht. It is called Adrisht. You cannot see that. So how will you compare first and second interpretation? So Brahma Sarvagyam Sarva Karanatvat. This is interpretation number. Second is Brahma Na Anuman Gamyam Shastra Vishayatvat. Don't forget these differences I am telling you. I am repeating it. First interpretation, Brahma Sarvagyam. Beautiful point has been mentioned. Brahma Sarvagyam Shastra Karanatvat. Shastra Kartrutvat. And second is Brahma Na Anuman Vishaya. Shastra Vishayatvat or Pramanatvat. Shastra Pramanatvat. So in the first interpretation, Shastra Yoni means Vedasya Karta. And in the second interpretation, Shastra Yoni means Shastra Praman, which is known by Shastra Praman. I hope you are little clear, if not totally clear. Okay. Well, where is the word which is coming you are talking about? What is the Vishaya Vakyam? You know, Vishaya Vakyam of that we saw. Mahati Asya Mahatva Bhutasya Nishvasitam Etat Rigvedaha. So here Vishaya is, what is the Vishaya here? What is the Vishaya Vakya? What is the corresponding sentence in the Vedas where you are saying that Brahman is the, Shastra is the Praman or Brahman is not Anuman? You can take help here. See Brihadaranyak 3.9.26. Brihadaranyak you open 3.9.26. There is one word, I don't know if you will get it or not. Tam tu Upanishadam Purusham. I think it is from the bottom third line or second. Tam tu Upanishadam Purusham. Among all the lines, there is one small word is there. If you have not got it, Tam Tvaupanishadam Purusham. Third line from the bottom. 3.9.26. And that mantra, I think second or third line towards the right it is there. Tam Tvaupanishadam Purusham. All of you got it or not? You underline that or at least mark it. That here Purush means the Brahman and Upanishadam means which is revealed by the Upanishads. Of the Upanishad. Of the Upanishad is Upanishadam. How this comes? This is the Yagyavalk who is saying that. And we will see tomorrow about this sutra more, second interpretation. Then we will see the Shabda analysis, Shabda Vyakhya. Then we will see the Phal conclusion. But my time is over. पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम।